So when my film I'm a Sex Addict came out, I was teaching at a community college in San Mateo, California. And, it came out in theaters and there were like reviews and my students all saw that I'd made this film called I'm a Sex Addict and they would all, they were begging me to show it to them in class as part of our class. And I was like, no, I'm not showing it to you. And they're like, please, please. I was like, no, I'm not going to show it to you. And, I didn't want them to see it because it's embarrassing. It's, full of me having sex with prostitutes and stuff, or, actresses playing prostitutes. And then one day I was invited to a film festival in Rio de Janeiro, and I really wanted to go. And I decided to get a substitute teacher that week to, do my class. And it was a friend of mine, a filmmaker friend. And I said to him, listen, the students really want to see my film, but I don't want to be there because it embarrasses me. But if you want, you can show that film while I'm gone. And then you can like lead a discussion or whatever. And he was like, okay. So he showed the film while I was gone. And when I got back, I got called into the dean's office. And she said that two students had lodged a sexual harassment complaint against me because I had shown a film with sexual content that had made them sexually uncomfortable. And I was like, really? I mean, I just showed a film that I made that my students had begged me to show them. She's like, well, it's a formal complaint, so there's going to have to be like a committee called, and they're all going to have to watch the film and determine whether or not it constitutes sexual harassment to have shown it to the students. And, I looked up the definition of sexual harassment, and, like, I guess if you put like a pin-up calendar in your office, that's considered sexual harassment because it like makes people in your office feel uncomfortable sexually. It sexualizes the conversation. And I guess you could make the argument that showing a film that has sexual content in it could make somebody sexually uncomfortable, but it just means that there's a whole swath of things that you could never show because they would all be considered sexual harassment. So it was kind of a stretch, but I could understand it, I guess. And the committee met and they determined that showing the film did not constitute sexual harassment, but that it did constitute poor judgment and that I should be reprimanded and told not to do that again, ever. And I was like, okay, I hear you. I will never show that film to my students ever again. And I haven't.